Well, hey friends, as promised, I am going to share all of my thrifty fall finds with you guys. If you are new to my channel, I do a lot of thrifting. Most of my home is secondhand, and I did a lot of antique shopping when I was in Wisconsin with my new friend Christy, but she also took me to a little vintage thrift store, and I did some thrifting recently as well. And so I just have a lot of fun things that I want to share with you guys and kind of show you how I incorporated all of these items into my fall home. So let's get started. So the very first shop that we went into was actually managed by Christy's daughter. It was like a vintage, she described it as a vintage sort of consignment thrift store. So I found some items there that I'm really excited to share with you, one of which is this awesome copper pan. Now I had high hopes for this piece of copper. I planned on putting it in my corner hutch, and I'll show you why. I have a matching pan just like this one. But as you can see behind me, I have a lot of copper throughout my home, and I love using copper, especially in the fall, and it's warm, and you know, if you can find copper vessels for flowers and things, I just love incorporating it. So that was my first find. Let me show you where I originally wanted to put it. Okay friends, so this is my beautiful pine hutch that we purchased earlier this year. I think it was like in February, and I have some copper displayed on here, and you can see how this copper piece matches it almost perfectly. So my thought was to have one on either side, but unfortunately they both don't fit up there. So that's okay. I got this copper for a really great price, so I think I'm just gonna hang on to it. I also thought about hanging it up with my other copper collection. It just hangs a little bit too low, but you can never have enough copper, in my opinion. Now, before I share any more thrifted finds with you guys, I want to take a moment to thank Lowe's for sponsoring today's video. Lowe's provides everything you need to get the job done. If you've been following this channel for a while, you guys know how much DIY Mike and I, well, mainly Mike, I guess, but me too, I help. I'm there with the finishing details, the caulking, the painting, and you know, he's the builder and the creator, and we work well as a team. And you guys know that we gave our home exterior a little makeover this spring, and we are still working on giving the porch a makeover as well. We are so excited to share it with you guys. It's almost finished, and we're just so thankful to Lowe's because they sent the perfect tools for us to get the job done. From maintenance and repairs to remodeling and decorating, Lowe's offers a wide selection of national and private brands. They have affordable, top quality products for home improvement and home decor. You can shop all of your home needs using Lowe's new finds using the link in my description below. All of the details will be there, so make sure you guys check it out. There are so many benefits to shopping Lowe's. Of course, they have free shipping on orders of $45 or more. They also have free store pickup. You can buy online or via the app and pick up locally. They also have same-day delivery for eligible in-stock items as long as you order before 2 p.m. And of course, they always have a low price guarantee with competitive prices both in-store and online. So my husband absolutely loves using DeWalt tools, and of course, when they are battery operated, you can use that same battery with multiple tools, which is really nice. One thing he has really been wanting is a reciprocating saw, and it has come in handy with this porch project. He can easily cut through the vinyl railings that we purchased, and you can actually flip the blade over so that you could cut in different directions, which he was so excited about. Lowe's also sent him the DeWalt battery operated jigsaw, which is perfect for projects like our porch. There's not an outlet nearby or handy, and so it's been so nice to be able to use that jigsaw when he needs to make difficult cuts on railings in order to fit the stairs. And when that battery starts to die, he has that dual port charger that he can simply charge his batteries in. Guys, you can find all of these items using the links in my description below. He has loved using these tools. I can't wait to share this project with you guys. You can truly find everything you need to get the job done by shopping online on Lowe's. Guys, we have loved using these tools. Again, all of this information will be in the description for you. I've also included a QR code here so that you can simply scan it and find all of these items easily. I'm so thankful to Lowe's for sponsoring this video, and I cannot wait to show you this beautiful porch. It is really coming together, and it's been a labor of love, but Lowe's made it so much easier. So be sure to check my description below or scan that QR code for links to all of these awesome items. Okay, I apologize for the lighting. I have a couple of different options here. I have this little peg rack where I could potentially hang the copper. I also have this rack here that I could hang it on. It falls a little low and it kind of hits this beautiful plate rack that my husband purchased for me. So I'm sorry, my husband built this for me. I have a video all about that. We used reclaimed wood for this. So anyways, I'll find a spot for it somewhere. I could even hang it up way back on my stone accent wall there. But I'll find a place for it. I just thought it was a great price and I had to snatch it up there at that little shop. So another thing that I purchased at Catherine's little shop were these beautiful wooden spoons. I love wooden spoons and I think these are so pretty. So this one here, let me show you. It has some pretty details there and I don't know, I just thought it was a beautiful color. And then I got this really big long one too, which I thought was great for like deep pots. Anyways, I thought these were really neat and perfect for the fall season because I am making all kinds of soup this time of year. So I grabbed both of these as well. And you may have noticed, I will give you a little sneak peek here. Rod actually runs estate sales sometimes on the weekends. So he had like sheds filled with things that they weren't using, and he knew how much I loved like the blue striped pottery. So he gave me this crock. Let me see if I can pull it out for you to show you guys. Isn't that beautiful? I love it so much. And okay, so I have this. I guess I should turn it around so you could see this. It says Blue Band Stoneware. So I'm wondering if all of my stoneware with this blue band, if that's what it's called, Blue Band Stoneware. Anyways, I love it so much. He gave me this piece and there's a smaller one somewhere with a stripe, and then a jug with the blue stripe as well. So since we're over here, I thought I would show you this. It's so pretty in my kitchen. And I don't know if you noticed in my fall tour, I thrifted this little basket. It's so perfect for my olive oil and avocado oil because they always leave like a greasy oil ring whenever I'm cooking or baking. And you know, just because the oil will dribble down the sides or whatever. So I thought this was perfect to keep my olive oil and avocado oil. Anyways, since we are in this little area, I just wanted to share that with you quick. All right, friends, so another thing that I found at Catherine's vintage shop is back here on this shelf. Let me see if I can grab it for you guys. So I've just slowly begun to collect these fun little jars. I think, man, I got a couple of them at, can you hear my husband drilling outside? He's working on the porch as we speak. So I am seriously drawing a blank. I don't know why, but they all have these different sort of lines. Let me get up close and show you here. Here's this large one that I got earlier this spring, and then I've already had this one here, and then this is the newest one. So these two kind of both have different labels, but the new one that I grabbed here has the same label as this large one. So let's see. Not genuine unless bearing WP Hartley's label. So anyways, I grabbed this at her vintage shop. It was only $10, which honestly is a really good price for these because typically they're like 30 or 40 at antique shops. So anyways, that was another fun find that I grabbed at her shop, and I don't know how I had these, but I just think they're really pretty. Okay, so the jars are just called marmalade pots. They're ribbed marmalade pots. I have a few smooth ones too. I knew that's what they were called, but for some reason, I like was second guessing myself and I thought, is that what they are? But that's what they are, so just yes. Okay, on to the next item. All right, I have a fun new find right behind me here. Now, I also have some delicious zucchini bread. You can find that recipe on my blog. I have so much zucchini in my garden that I've just been like shredding it and freezing it, and so made a couple loaves of that, but that's not what I'm sharing with you. Look at these beautiful bowls that I just found at a thrift shop. How perfect are these for fall? I love them so much. And I saw some bowls with like a brown design like this, but they were for something like almost $5 each. And I was like, oh, I don't want to spend that on bowls. Right afterwards, I went into a thrift store and I found the whole stack for $4.50. I was so excited. Let me show you. So there's some that are a little bit more brown than others, but they all have this beautiful ironstone stamp on the back here. It says Royal Staffordshire Wind Song Ironstone by J&G Meakin, England. So pretty. I loved those for fall. Aren't they pretty? I was so excited about those. So we'll just use them for everyday bowls. I was even thinking about, I wonder if they would fit in my play rack over here. Could try that. So there's some that are a little bit more yellow than others, but I really loved those and it was just a fun thrift find that I wanted to share with you. Now, I did do a little bit of antique shopping too while I was in Wisconsin. Christy took me to a few really beautiful shops. Let me share some footage with you that was so pretty, and man, I just love it when antique dealers take the time to style their items and give you sort of a feel of what those pieces will look like in your homes. It was so pretty some of the time. But one of the things that I got while I was antique shopping was this beautiful salt cellar. Now, sadly, it's missing the lid. So I'm thinking Mike could maybe make me one. Also, my friend Kristen Hoffman, we chat a lot, and I was Marco Poloing her, and she said that she found one that was missing the lid, and she just like purchased a jar that had a wooden lid that matched it. So I don't know if I'll get that lucky, but I thought this was so beautiful. And it's that beautiful light blue that I have throughout my kitchen, and I don't know, I just thought it was a really pretty piece. So I just have it over here in this corner. There are so many things though, you guys. Oh, I feel like, what do I even share? There are so many things that Rod and Christy blessed us with. One of them is this really pretty butter mold. And I've never seen a square one before, have you? So he gave me this one, and he also gave me a little baby mold that I have on the shelves in my dining room. But I did share this piece in the fall home tour, this awesome scale that I have on my table. Let me show you guys that. So you may have noticed this as I've been recording, but this awesome scale, I just have it on my table for now. Also, he gave me these pretty little butter paddles. But yeah, it's just so pretty. I love the black, I love the brass that it has, and so I thought maybe once I purchased some pumpkins, I could kind of set pumpkins on there maybe for the fall. I'll probably just leave it here for now, but I thought that that was really cool. Something else that I got while I was antique shopping with Christy was this beautiful pillow, and it's from like a Killam rug, and I loved the neutrals for fall. And I think it was like $24 or something. It was such a great price at the antique shop. I don't know if you've seen these pillows on Etsy. They typically go for a lot more. Sometimes you can find affordable ones. I have one Over here on this chair, this little blue striped one here, I got on Etsy for a pretty good price. I want to say it was like $8 or $10, but sometimes they can be pricey. So I found this and I thought it was really pretty for the fall season. So I just put it on my couch here. And then I want to show you some really cool items right behind the camera. So I don't know if you guys noticed these in my fall home tour, these super neat old books here. They are actually old Bibles from the 1800s and they are so cool. Rod, again, he had this whole box full of them. And so I took some of my favorites, but don't they make for really cool fall decor? They add that warmth, kind of that rustic feel that you think of when you decorate for fall. And one really neat thing about this one here is that there are notes in the back from how, like when he read the Old and New Testament, finished reading the Old Testament January 7th, let's see, finished reading the Old Testament January the 25th, 1878 maybe? Or is that 1870? Oh, it's so cool. How awesome is that? All these little handwritten notes. And of course it says when he finished reading the New Testament, and I don't know, I think that is so cool. Man, how neat that people have been reading this book for years, centuries. So cool. So I thought both of these were really neat. You can find old books and, you know, maybe not Bibles like this, but old books I see at thrift stores all the time. And I thought that they were really pretty on my shelf for the fall season. This beautiful jar that you see behind me was also a gift from Rod and Christy. And I know you guys are probably thinking like, well, this isn't really thrifty decor. They gave all this stuff to you. I totally understand that. That's why I shared a few of my thrifty finds at the beginning. But I love bringing in dark vessels for the fall, and I do have one just like this that I thrifted. It's in my bathroom. But I just think they're so pretty, and I just put some dried like baby's breath in it, and I feel like it's the perfect decor for fall. I just have it here between my chairs, and so that was another new find. But you guys, this video could go on forever. I feel like I have so many items to share with you and not enough time. All right, friends, I think this will be the last piece that I share, but this is one other crock that Rod and Christy blessed us with. It is so beautiful. It has a handle here. I love crocks. You guys know I have them all throughout my home. And I just filled it with these beautiful fall stems, and I thought it looked really pretty here for some fall decor. But oh my goodness, you guys, I'm sure there are so many items that I am missing or forgetting to share with you. It was such a fun trip, and we just came home with so many goodies, and I'm just so thankful. If you missed that video, I shared it a couple of weeks ago. I think the week before my fall home tour, I shared our trip to Wisconsin. We stayed in an old barn that was converted into a living space. It was just magical, and we came home with so many goodies, and so I wanted to share them with you and hopefully give you some ideas for how to incorporate these different items into your home for fall. Like I said, I'm sure I will finish recording this and think, oh, I forgot to share this or that, because we truly came home with so many treasures. But I think that's enough for now. Hopefully it inspires you guys. If you are looking for more thrifty fall decor ideas, I have a lot of videos all about that. Some DIY fall decor ideas that are very frugal, and also just simple thrifty ways to decorate for fall. So you can check out my channel for all of those. But thank you for joining me today. If you are new here, I would love you to hit that subscribe button. I also have a free homemaking course available that you can find. I'll link it down in my description box below. And yeah, thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.